Good evening and welcome to Thai PBS English News Service. I'm Suphan. His Majesty the King endorsed 4 emergency decrees proposed by the government, all of which concerned with the government's spending, including the transfer of the 1.14 trillion baht FIDF debt to the Bank of Thailand. The 4 emergency decrees, or what Thais know as Poroko, included 1. A decree to allow the Finance Ministry to borrow 350 billion baht to develop a water management system. The source of funds will likely be the Japan International Cooperation Agency, or JICA, as the government previously proposed. 2. A decree to initiate a 50 billion baht disaster insurance fund to support the industrial sector. The budget is expected to come from domestic financial institutions. 3. A decree to assist flood victims worth 300 billion baht. And 4. A decree which allows the government to transfer the 1.14 trillion baht debt from the Finance Institutions Development Fund, or FIDF, to the Bank of Thailand. The FIDF was established by the government after the 1997 economic crisis to pull financial institutions out of the financial crisis at that time. The present government, has decided it will no longer pay the interest nor principal, which every successive government has been responsible for over the past 16 years. Tomorrow, Prasan Trairat Warakul, Governor of the Bank of Thailand, will call executives of the commercial banks in Thailand to an urgent meeting, as interest rates and saving fees might be affected by the government's latest move. New Mon State Party has assigned its deputy president to hold truce talks with the Myanmar government in Malamang town, the capital of Mon State, next Wednesday. The party is ready for a ceasefire if Myanmar's armed forces agree to cease its attacks in Kachin State. The New Mon State Party Executive Committee, which is headed by General Mon, unanimously picked Rotsa, the party deputy president, to lead truce talks with Myanmar Railways Minister Ong Min in Malamang of Mon State next Wednesday. The peace mission will include 7 senior party members, Mon community leaders, and Buddhist monks. During last week's party congress in Mon State, the party set out conditions prior to its signing of a peace agreement. Hong Sa Bob Dai, the party Secretary General, told Thai PBS that the New Mon State Party was ready to sign the agreement if Myanmar accepted its conditions to cease its military activities against the Kachin Independent Army in Kachin State. Mr. Hong Sa was very hopeful that once the agreement was reached, the Myanmar government would establish a time frame for new rounds of political dialogue with all ethnic armed forces to settle their political differences. He was optimistic that the present atmosphere of political reform initiated by President Thein Sein would be different from the last peace agreement in 1995.
Yes, well, we hope that may be different, because now they try to, because of the many countries like US, UK, and France come give pressure to them. Yes, maybe a little bit.
During the interview with Thai PBS, the New Mon State Party President Mon said self-determination by the Mon people was still the party's political stance, and it will be raised for discussion with Myanmar during next political dialogue. A total of 435 house owners have asked for compensation from their houses damaged by the fireworks blast in Suphan, Buri Tuesday night. Meanwhile, Banhan Silapa Asha says the Dragon Descendant Museum will no longer use fireworks in its celebrations. Banhan Silapa Asha, chief advisor to the Thai Patana Party and a very influential figure in Suphan Buri province, announced that from now on, there will no longer be any fireworks display at any celebration held at the Dragon Descendant Museum. Army Commander General Prayut Chan-o-cha today says that the Royal Thai Army's Chemical Department has sent staff to the blast scene to help investigate what went wrong. 4 people died and 88 more were injured after a Chinese New Year fireworks display at the Dragon Descendant Museum went horribly wrong. A total of 435 house owners have now asked Suphan Buri Provincial Administration for compensation as their houses were damaged by the explosion. Human rights groups are at the scene as well to ensure that those affected will be fully compensated. In response to criticism regarding the extravagant spending by the National Broadcasting and Telecommunications Commission, otherwise known as the NBTC, such as luxury cars, salaries, and other perks, the NBTC has stated that all expenses were in full accordance with all the regulations.
These brand new Mercedes limousines were provided to each of the 11 NBTC members as they commenced their duties last October. This, plus the over 1 million baht per month the Commission is paying to rent offices at the Exim Bank building every month, has drawn accusations of excessive spending by the Commission. In response, the NBTC pointed out that the amount spent on the official cars was within the regulations and that the size and type of the vehicles was entirely in line with civil service standards. They also stated that the NBTC is waiting to present a royal decree to define commissioners' salaries. While that process is underway, they are asking the Cabinet to approve interim payments based on the same standards used by the National Telecommunication Commission, or NTC, the predecessor of the NBTC. At present, NBTC commissioners receive around 100,000 baht monthly in salary, boosted by other sources of income, such as allowances and convention payments. However, payments will be made only when the Office of the Auditor General of Thailand, or OAG, has approved them.
The government today approved another 1.9 billion baht budget for the Bangkok Metropolitan Administration to prepare for future floods. At the same time, the government asked the BMA to be more of a team player when it comes to national water management. Meanwhile, the Irrigation Department says that it is confident that water drainage from the dams will not cause flooding, despite almost every dam exceeding 80% capacity. Sitikit Dam in Uttar Pradesh province is today for the first time increasing water outlet level to 44 million cubic meters as the capacity is now at 83%. Bhumipol Dam is also at 85% capacity. Officials will have to release 7 billion cubic meters of water before the end of summer to ensure there's enough space to hold new water from the rainy season. Deputy Director General of the Irrigation Department admits almost every dam in Thailand today holds more water than any time in recent history. But being aware of the fact, the department will make sure there's minimal capacity in the dams before the rainy season. However, releasing water will have to consider about many factors, according to the Irrigation Department, including the fact that there are paddy fields in central Thailand waiting to be dried out. Many destructed water gates and dikes cannot be installed either if the department allows too much water to flow out now. The Irrigation Department is also aware that if they release too much water, a possible drought like in 2009 may also occur as well. Meanwhile, Deputy Prime Minister Yonghyut Vichaidit today met with Deputy Bangkok Governor Thirachon Manomaipibun along with concerned agencies to finalize the flood prevention budget. 1.96 billion baht was granted to the capital today for it to fix dikes and digging up canals, preparing for the rainy season and possible floods in 2012. The Deputy Prime Minister says this meeting was not intended to pressure or intervene the BMA in any way, but would like to see the Bangkok office solve flood problems in accordance to the National Water Management Plan. On top of being renowned as Pearl of the Andaman for its clear blue seas and white sandy beaches, Phuket Island is also a destination for exotic food from the past. Kun Pimnara Aruno just came back today from the 4th Phuket Local Food Festival.
Almost 100 food vendors gather at the Suphan Hill area in downtown Phuket to showcase their most secret recipes, teasing the taste buds of locals and tourists, Thai and foreign. A variety of appetizers, beverages, main courses, and desserts originating from Hokkien Chinese immigrants who settled on this island hundreds of years ago are part of a priceless culture their descendants have treasured for centuries. Oil is one of the most famous sweets, but the recipe remains a closely guarded family secret.
Oil is one of Phuket's oldest desserts, originated in China and came to this island together with Hokkien Chinese people. Why this is called Bi Thai Ba, people here believe eating it will bring you good luck.
Chief Executive of Phuket Provincial Administrative Organization, who is one of the organizers of the Food Fest, told ThaiPBS that foreigners coming to Phuket should not only head out to beaches, but should also taste the culture of the old days.
So we are sure that all the tourists will come to Phuket and they want to try and taste our local food. Last year, a lot of tourists come to Phuket town to try the good taste of Phuket food. So I am sure that this year also many tourists come to Phuket, not only for sightseeing or seaside, but now they have choice to taste the good food of Phuket.
This Danish man, whose wife is Thai, comes back to Thailand every year. Yet, he says his family arrived at this festival by coincidence. After shopping around and eating around, he seems to have found the taste of paradise.
Because Thai food is, Thai kitchen is very popular in Europe where I come from, all of Europe. I come from Denmark and we eat Thai food where we can. It's very popular because it's very healthy food, not so fat. In Denmark and Europe, we always think no so fat food. So here, Thai food is not fat food.
The fourth Phuket Local Food Festival expects to attract over 50,000 visitors and generate in excess of 100 million baht in revenues. The festival goes on until this Sunday. This is Pimnara Arunno reporting for ThaiPBS.
Thank you, Kun Pimnara. And ThaiPBS English News Service is still looking for a English-speaking news reporter. So if you are interested, please do email us at engnews@thaipbs.or.th and we will send you back with a job description of this job. And that brings us to the end of tonight's edition of ThaiPBS English News Service. I'm Suphan. Thank you so much for watching. Sawasdee krap.